Staring into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to light when I met you. Reaching beyond the skies, running deep, stretching wide. Perfect love realized here with you. Come on now. Now the stuff is for real, you will never let go, never let go. Oh, it's more than just words, love beyond my control, out of control. What's up? This is real love, this is real love. Say this is real love, this is real love. Oh. Come on, let's say. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart till the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love, this is real love. In your heart, I'm found. I want you, I want you. You won't let me down. You got me, you got me. No time is for real, you will never let go, never let go. Oh, and it's more than just words, love beyond my control, out of control. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart to the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love, this is real love. Oh. Come on, y'all. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart till the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. So this is real love, this is real love. Oh. Staring into your eyes makes my heart come alive. Suddenly brought to light when I met you. 1, 2, 3, jump! This is real love, this is real love. This is real love, this is real love. Oh. One more time, we say. You're pulling me closer and closer, holding my heart till the very end. Jesus, I'm found in your freedom. This is real love, this is real love, this is real love.
I've got a river, living water, fountain that never will run dry. It's an open heaven you're releasing. We'll never be denied. 'Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells, stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna dance in the river, dance in the river. 'Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells, stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna jump in the river, jump in the river. Deep cries out to deep, cries out to you. Deep cries out to deep, cries out to you. We cry out to you, Jesus. 'Cause I've got a river, living water, fountain, never will run dry. It's an open heaven, you're releasing. We'll never be denied. 'Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells, stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna dance in the river, dance in the river. 'Cause we're stirring up deep, deep wells, stirring up deep, deep waters. We're gonna jump in the river, jump in the river. Deep cries out, deep cries out to, deep cries out, deep cries out to. We cry out to, we cry out to you, Jesus. Deep cries out, deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to. We cry out till we cry out to you, Jesus. We're falling into deeper waters, calling out to you. We're walking into deeper waters, calling out to you. Here we go. And if he goes to the left, then you go to the left. And if he goes to the right, then we go to the right. We're gonna dance, 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 dance in the river. Dance, 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 everybody. If he goes to the left, then we go to the left. And if he goes to the right, then we go to the right. We're gonna jump, 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 jump in the river. Jump, 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 everybody. If he goes to the left, then we go to the left. And if he goes to the right, then we go to the right. We're gonna shout, 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 shout in the river. Shout, 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 shout. Yeah, deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to you. We cry out to, we cry out to you, Jesus. Deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to, deep cries out to. We cry out to, we cry out to you, Jesus.
everyone, my name is Laurel and I'm one of the coordinators of Advanced Lab. We are the second year of Leadership Lab and we are so glad that you're here with us. Thank you for joining us this week. We are very excited for what Virtual Lab 2020 brings us. Advanced is a time for our labbers to take those skills that they learned in basic the year before and really put them to work. Our level is about the hands-on, the doing, and maybe getting a little bit messy along the way. We focus on a lot of different leadership traits when we're going through our advanced curriculum. One of them is, and one of our most important ones, is focusing on our spiritual gifts, because God created us all differently and made us all unique and special and gave us these awesome talents. This is a time for our kids to get the chance to put those different skills to use, and it's really amazing to watch them as the week goes on. To learn a little bit more about themselves and about their friends. So that is one thing we focus on a lot. Another is teamwork. Our students are asked to create a worship service, and that's with a lot of guidance, but they also work together. And it's an opportunity for them to step outside of their box, step outside of the comfort zone, and be really creative. So it's fun for us to see, and the students get to see a new side of themselves. Our goal is to help them learn these leadership skills that they can bring back to their schools or to their church or their sports team or whatever they might be involved in. So again, we focus on that. We focus on fostering their relationship with God, and everything is connected to our personal relationship and presenting that to others, because Advanced is about doing and sharing. We focus also on organization, the teamwork aspect, planning, prepping, delegating, and helping one another. So we get to see the times when it's maybe most important for us to step out and use those skills, and also those times when it's important for us to step back and let other people shine. So thanks so much for joining us. We are super excited to share a little bit more about what Advanced has to offer. Thanks. So our focus for Leadership Lab this year has been on the Transfiguration passage from Matthew 17. It's the one where Jesus took Peter, James, and John up on top of the mountain, and his true face, his true self as God's Son was revealed to them. It was this amazing, awesome, true mountaintop experience. They were all transformed. They could not believe how amazing it was, and they didn't want to leave the mountain. They wanted to stay up there. But they knew they needed to come down. They knew they needed to share God's love, teach people all about what they had learned and what He offered the world. And labs a lot of times referred to as a mountaintop experience, because it is awesome. It's great when we're able to gather together and feel that community. And this year it looks a little different because we're not able to be, bumping shoulders, but we are all together and we are joined. And God is asking us to do the same, guys. He is asking us to share His love, share His story with people, because our world is in a tough place right now. Our norm that we had set up over the winter has completely flipped upside down. Our new norm is something we're getting ready to experience, and God needs to be there. So I'm challenging you, our advanced staff is challenging you to take this fire that you get while being part of Leadership Lab and bring it into the world. Tell people about God. Bring Jesus out into this new norm, because people need Him. People need Him and they need His love. So we actually asked our Advanced Lab staff a question. And the question was, what does it mean to be a leader in a time of constant change? Here's what they had to say.
Leaders should be flexible and adaptive to the needs of the community and call on Christ's direction during times of change. Coming down off the mountain is messy.
And now, I'm going to tell you what being a leader in a time of change is like. It means being open to God's voice, being able to listen to where He's leading you, and always trying to follow His plan for you. Coming down from the mountain is messy.
To me, being a leader in the time of change is learning to listen to the needs of others and finding new and inventive ways of supporting them. In order to be strong for others, you do need to take care of yourselves though, because you can't pour from an empty cup. In these times, God has taught me to take naps and breaks, to be okay with sitting in my sweatpants all day on my couch, and has opened my heart to new and inventive experiences in the midst of a little chaos. Coming down from the mountain is messy.
Leading like Jesus during uncertain times means you won't always be liked. In leadership, sometimes you are called to lead people where they're not yet ready to go on their own, because in the end, it's good for them. Which is why you need to learn to endure being misunderstood when the misunderstanding arises from a legitimate change that in the end moves the mission and the community to a better place. Coming down off the mountain is messy.
Being a leader in a time of constant change means making sure you take care of your soul. Spend time with Jesus, because he will give you everything you need. You can't pour from an empty cup. Coming down from the mountain is messy.
Being a leader in a time of constant change means commitment and consistently listening to what God's word is for that time period. Because coming down from the mountain is messy.
For me, being a leader in a time of constant change means adapting what I do to fit the new environment. So filming Sunday school videos instead of teaching Sunday school in person. It also means learning new skills like video editing.
Coming down from the mountain is messy.
Oh gosh, okay, guys, being a leader can be messy sometimes. Sharing our faith in God can be messy. The world we live in is messy right now. But if we spend our time with God, if we focus our attention on God and sharing his word, we have everything we need to make a difference. Going back to that story that we were talking about earlier with Matthew 17, the disciples and Jesus came down from the mountain. And when they came down, Jesus was met by a man, a father that was so upset because his son was sick. He was having seizures. He could hardly stand up. He needed him to heal him. And he had actually brought his son to some of the disciples that were still down from the mountain. And they were not able to help. But, you know, Jesus took care of it. He healed him immediately. And then those disciples came to Jesus later and said, why? Why couldn't we help him? What is so different about you? And he said, you need to have faith. Jesus said to them, truly I tell you, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. So guys, just remember that with our faith, with our time spent with God, you know, it's taking those minutes to pray and spend time in the Bible and worship with friends. Those things equip us with everything we need to share his word. And we're going to challenge you as part of Advanced Lab. First of all, when you go into your small groups tonight, we want to ask you to answer that question that we presented to our staff. We're going to have a couple other questions for you, but start with this one. What does it mean to be a leader in a time of constant change? The other thing that we're going to challenge you to, here's my handy dandy piece of chalk. At Advanced Lab, one of the other cool things we do is we do chalking. I'm going to challenge each of you to grab a chalk and maybe tomorrow go out, write something inspirational and loving and motivational to share with your neighbors and friends, because even a smile or a kind word can make a huge difference. It's a good way for us to share God's love with others. So grab a piece of chalk, spend some time on the sidewalk or on your driveway, writing notes and sharing the word of God and the joy that we all have that we find in Leadership Lab and bringing that to your community. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, and have a great week of Leadership Lab. Thanks.
You don't have a job, won't pay your bills, won't buy you a home in Beverly Hills. Won't fix your life in 5 easy steps. Ain't the law of the land or the government, but it's all you need. And love will hold us together. gonna be alright. This is the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. 'Cause even in the dark you can still see the light. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. And love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm. And I'll be my brother's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone. I know a place where we can go to lay the troubles down, eating your soul. I know a place where mercy flows, take the stains, make you whiter than snow. Like a tide, it is rising up deep inside a current that moves and makes you come alive. Living water that brings the dead to life. Oh, 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 we're going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray. Let's get washed by the water, washed by the water, rise up in amazing grace. Let's go down, down, down to the river.
You will need change.
Let's go down, down, down to the river. I've seen it move in my own life. Took me from dusty roads into paradise. All of my dirt, all of my shame, drowned in the streams that have made me born again. Like a tide, it is rising up deep inside a current that moves and makes you come alive. Living water that brings the dead to life. Going down to the river, down to the river, down to the river to pray. You're washed by the water, washed by the water, rise up in amazing grace. Let's